Hello, Facebook peeps. It's Happy Power Hour Wednesday, May 30th. How is everybody? I'm going to wait for some of you guys to see the notification, and I'm going to do what I need to do, which is send it on to my other page. Happy Wednesday. Hi, Kat. How are you? Good to see you. Hi, Charlie. Good to see you. I'm adding this to my other page really quick while I'm waiting for some more peeps to come on. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. Anything exciting going on today? What's the most exciting thing that's happened to you today? Let me know. I'm just sharing this to my other page real quick. Sometimes these things are easy and sometimes they're not. Any moment now. Maybe it's not going to work. Maybe I can't do it. Hi. Hi, Shannon. Good to see you. Okay, ladies, tell me what has been something that you have, the most exciting thing that's happened to you today? Drop it in the comment if you don't mind. I'm just sharing this to my other page. There. Okay. Oh, good. You get to relax. I am so happy. That is usually not what I hear you say, so I'm so glad, Charlie. I'm so glad. I'm looking forward to doing some yoga after this. I meant to do it beforehand, but I got busy, kept working on some tasks. I'm checking everything off my list. Anything else exciting? Kat, Shannon? We'll get started here in just a minute. Maybe in just a few seconds here. Really, what I want to do is just make this really discussion-oriented. I started this, I guess, last week, I think it was, and I decided I was going to call this the Power Hour on Wednesdays, because Wednesdays are usually the day that we feel we're kind of like slumping in the middle of the week. And we get to talk about high vibe and feel good things and talk about what's affecting our power and bring up any conversations that happen with that. I saw somebody else too. Sometimes, Patrick Paul, hi, thank you. Thank you so much. Sometimes Facebook is weird and I don't see everything. But, okay, so Shannon finished your vacation pictures for your parents. Ooh, nice. I love looking at pictures. I can look at pictures and, of course, organize pictures for hours and hours and hours. So it's like a warp zone for me. I love pictures, though. So that's beautiful. What a great gift. And Kat is going kayaking. Yes! I saw that message that you sent me about kayaking, Kat, and it sounds fabulous. Fabulous. So you must have did you get a new boat? This evening I will be jamming with some others playing ukulele. Oh! You're in the ukulele ladies. I forget what yeah. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Good for you. What a fun instrument to play. That is a super fun instrument. It makes me happy even just thinking about it because I can hear it. I always think of that song, I can't pronounce his name. Ike, and he sings that version of Over the Rainbow. You're retired. Oh, that's fabulous. Yes. Ukes are fun. Ukes are very fun. I have a friend, Patrick, whom I believe you know, who plays as well. So that's super fun. I always try to fix my hair when I'm on here. Okay. Nice. Tiptoes Through the Tulips. Oh, I have to listen to that one. Yeah. IZ. I guess that's the easiest way to say his name. IZ. Okay, so I'm going to get started. The theme that came up this week was about, I had sent out a newsletter. Yeah, Patrick. Oh, okay. He was in your group. Hi, John. Good to see you. I hope you stick around for a bit. So thank you so much, ladies, for telling me your exciting things that you've done today. John, let me know what's been exciting for you. What's the most happening thing going on for you today? Oh, thank you for that link. Awesome. The topic that came up this week to talk about was something that's like an offshoot from the newsletter that I sent out, which asked if you're feeling a calling from your heart. And it said, it described how I felt when I felt a calling in my heart to do more, to do something totally radically different than working in the regular full-time jobs that I've had. And somebody said last night, I don't even have an answer for those questions that were in your newsletter. And I thought, oh, perfect. Then we need to start there. Well, let's address that, because I know there are other people that are going, I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling a call in my heart. How do I even know that? Also, like, how do I know what I'm even passionate about, or what would I want to do? Like John, he's retired, and Kat, she's retired. I think a couple of these ladies that I've spoken to last night, they were, out of the full-time workforce. And so I realized that there's this idea that we may not even realize if we feel what our passion is right now, what we would rather be doing, and if we're really called to be doing something different. Hi, Rachel. I'm so glad to see you. Let me know in the comments what your most exciting event that you've done, the most fun or inspiring thing that you've had happen today in the comments. If you feel like it, that'd be great. So we're talking about how to even know if you're being called from within. And it seems like it might be really easy to know, but I look back, and in my situation, and actually reflecting on my clients, it's actually a process. It's a slow thing. It's not like just out of the blue, something happens and you just know, and you know what to do, you know how to do it, you know what step to take. It's not that fast. It's an accumulation, and then you realize later, oh my gosh, I can see where that started, where that flame was sparked, where there was that first spark happened, and then I kind of went down this road and this trail of my life. You can't even begin to see it when when you know to do something different, or you want to do something bigger, offer something more to the world. Like one of the things that someone brought up was that I know I have untapped talents. I know I have abilities to bring forward, but I don't know how to do that right now. I don't know what that looks like. And I don't even know if I have passion. I'm feeling like in that limbo place, that place where you don't necessarily feel clarity. One day I got 3 different messages about ukuleles. Okay. So Kat got 3 different messages about ukuleles in one day and realized it was a message. Yes, absolutely. So repetition is a perfect example of, if we're paying attention, and not just repetition, because this is actually touching on something I've thought of recently. It's so easy to say, are the synchronicities in my life giving me a sign that I'm supposed to take a certain path? Or are they actually just reflections of something that I'm vibrating that isn't necessarily my highest path, but is just something I'm noticing as a reflection about what I am focusing on or what I'm, vibrating? And my bigger question was really, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's saying go there. It's everything is going to be a reflection back to you about something you're focusing on, or something that you don't realize you've got running in your energy field, which is a woo-woo way of saying it, but we'll put it in another way of saying there's something within you that planted that seed at some point, and it is still active, and you just may not realize it. It's still an active desire or an active curiosity that you want to take a look at. But the next question I would ask is, first, what do you really feel about what these repetitive signs are? Oh, good, you were channeling that. Oh my gosh, Patrick Paul, that sounds like a beautiful day. That sounds like an absolutely perfect, pristine, divine day. I love it. Thank you for sharing. So when we get these repetitive signs, that's one way that we can tell if that's one possible way that our own guidance from within is saying, hey, let's do this, check this out. But it really takes that extra step to know for sure, and I'm sure you felt this, Kat, is it something that is going to bring me joy, absolute joy? Is it something that's going to expand my life, expand me in some way? If those two questions are big yeses and you know it, then I would say definitely look further into it. What I find is if I were to just rely on things that were like synchronicities, 3 in 1 day is very strong. So that is absolutely strong. But if I were to just rely on synchronicities, I would be going a million directions all the time, or I would be confused, because everything that I am focusing on or have in my energy, in my internal world, is always going to be reflecting on the outside. So it's constant. For me, it's constant. I'm getting like those signals constantly. And I'm not surprised by it anymore. I just go, oh, cool. Yeah, okay, cool. And sometimes it's almost like a puzzle that has come together where I had a piece come earlier and then something happened in the physical and I went, that's why I got that. That's why I had that feeling. That's why I got that thought out of the, seemingly out of the blue, but it's not, because then it showed up. And often it's like somebody else that shows up. So it links into what somebody else needed to hear. But for me, the calling of the heart really came at a point in my life where internally, it was an internal thing. It wasn't necessarily the signs on the outside first. That happened afterwards. But it was, I should say that was part of it, but it all came from an internal shift first. And the way that you would feel that is really if you're paying attention. And one of the factors involved with being able to feel, sense, hear, see, everybody receives inner signals differently. So it doesn't matter. It might not necessarily be a sense. It might be something that you don't realize that you're picking up on, like you're getting flashes of pictures in your head that aren't like vibrant, but they're real subtle. Lots of different subtle feelings or sensations. If you're not really used to figuring out how and really being in tune to how you receive your messages. I receive them in all the different ways, but I've built that awareness up. And the feeling that I had when I knew I was being called to do different service work in a bigger way really came from this really strong feeling within that what I was seeing around me in my workplace and what I was doing I didn't feel like I was a part of it anymore. So for me, it was a sense of being in a different place. I literally felt like I couldn't relate anymore. And for me, that's something to pay attention. Oh, this is what I started to say, and I got going on another track, was one of the things, if we're not used to sensing or noticing what we're feeling inside, because we're all getting guidance from our soul, our higher self, our higher heart, our divine, whatever words you want to use, it doesn't matter. We're all literally knowing what our path is, or knowing what's highest and best for us at all times. We just don't notice it. It's our job to figure out how to tune into that, and how to be, and really that just takes practice, being super present and noticing how you receive, right? And I help people to do that. It's something that what I find is more and more books, more and more material, more and more trainings are usually not the answer. They are just going to take more time, more energy. It really has to be a practice from within, and with it doesn't have to be with a guide or a helper, but it certainly expedites your progress. So someone who specializes in helping you to build an awareness from within. And obviously that is what I do, so that's why I can speak to this stuff. Not everybody is a coach or a mentor or a trainer or a teacher in that way. They provide different services. But if you're not used to noticing the subtle information you're getting from within, then one of the things that I'm hearing to bring up is about physical exercise. And I don't want to hear groans or moans. I can hear people like, oh. But if your body is stagnant and it's not moving, it numbs. It can numb your ability to sense your guidance. This is from my personal experience, and this is also, the information that I am seeing is relevant to this conversation. And then my experience working with clients. If your body is stagnant, if you feel drained, if you feel exhausted, you will not notice these subtle or strong messages of what your passion is, where your heart is leading you. And your heart, whether we call it your heart, your higher self, your divine from within, it's always going to lead you to something that's going to bring you more joy and more expansion. And when I say expansion, I want to note that the reason that's might not be as obvious as you think is because it can be scary to our small sense of self, that wants to keep us in a comfort zone. And so our immediate reaction might just be to absolutely dismiss it, and that could be also one reason why we don't notice what the guidance is from within us, what is coming up from within us to serve, to do more, to be able to share ourselves or our gifts, which is just who we are naturally, in a new way, in a bigger way, or in a way where we touch more people's lives. And expansion, those opportunities, those interests, those subtle signs are often coming to us a lot, but we immediately dismiss them or don't even consider them or don't even notice them because they are outside of the norm. They're outside of the little mental box that we've created as, here are things I can do. Here are things I know how to do, and everything else I don't have something to offer. That's why we feel stagnant anyway. That's why we feel like we're not sure, because it's usually always something two things. One thing that we don't think that we have any ability to share with anybody. We don't believe that we even have the knowledge or the know-how or the ability. So we don't even think about it. We don't give ourselves that credit, that it comes naturally from within us. And two, also, it could be something that we do that we enjoy already in our lives that brings us absolute sense of self and joy, but we don't ever think about it as something that would be of value to bring to more people. So it's just something special about us that we don't even realize because we are living this, routine life and kind of put ourselves in these, like, this is what I do, what I do is who I am. And we forget about, oh yeah, I actually, what brings us joy? What brings us joy? And we don't realize that those are natural gifts that we have that we can bring to the world. Our mind won't know the answers. You won't know how, which is why it's deceiving when you know you have. It's that sense I talked about where one of the ladies had said, actually more than one, they said, I feel like I have untapped talents that I need to bring forward, but I don't know how. You won't know how until you do the energy work, until you get in touch with your soul. You won't, and even then you won't know how. You're only going to get one step at a time. It's that path of faith. It's that path of belief in yourself and in your ability to be more than you thought that you were. Really. To know I'm coming from the place where my happiness and my joy to be able to share with the world is more important than my fear of getting out in the world. Does that resonate, you guys? I talked a lot, so I want to check in with you guys. Does any of this resonate? Does any of this feel relatable? Questions? Okay. Kat said, oh, yay, hearts, hearts, hearts. Kat said, my angels and guides present me with ideas and I allow it into my life. Yay! I do too. How, now that you've said that, Kat, and then you said create something and you will feel alive. Absolutely, that's one way to move the energy if you feel stagnant or if you're tired and exhausted. Create something. Absolutely. I have this whole stack of artwork that I've been working on that's so helpful. So let me ask you guys, Kat mentioned she gets her ideas from her angels and guides. How do you receive those messages, Kat? How do you internally or sensory receive those messages? For someone who doesn't know how they receive their messages, how does it come across to you? And let me know if I've lost anybody. Let me know if you're still there, people. There's, I hope Charlie is still here. One of the things that I will say while I'm waiting for some responses is, first, let me know if any of it resonates and if you have any questions about it, specifically for your challenge right now. Do you feel inspired from within? Do you feel like there's something that you are being drawn to offer in a different way? What challenges do you guys have? This is what I'm here for. I'm here to engage. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk my brains out if it's not helpful. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Rachel. Okay, so that must mean something's resonating. Don't be afraid. There's only a few of us here. Don't be afraid to write what you're thinking or feeling. The mind always wants you to is going to base all of your decisions as far as doing something different, answering the call from within. The mind is always going to put up a lot of boundaries to that. Your perception is going to put up boundaries to that. It's just part of our human nature, and it's also what we came to become aware of. In my opinion, we came here at this time when it's very, very supported, not only energetically, spiritually, by your higher self and your guides and angels, but by other people. That's why so many people are being called forward to offer their perspective, their services, their love and light in the healing arts. Because it's time to support each other. There's no competition. There's enough for everyone. And not only that, but each and every one of us has a unique presence that we bring forward to this world. And your presence makes a difference. It truly does. If you go into your heart right now and breathe and allow the breath to move down through the crown of your head and imagine it as light, whatever color seems to be right for you, and move out through your heart. And feel and notice and just imagine your heart expanding outward in a field. It may look like a sun shining rays of light. It may look like a flower, like shooting petals. Breathe and feel that presence is you. Your presence is unique. Nobody else is going to have the beautiful harmonic presence that you are. That's what's important, that's going to shine through as you follow the guidance in your heart, as you open yourself up to doing something that's unique, different, or scary to the safety of the box, the mind, what we've done before. The mind will come up with reasons based on things that have frightened us before in our life. So we won't know that. We won't know exactly why. Sometimes we will. But it's become, the mind is like a record player, and it's okay. We just have to be aware that we get to choose. Do we want to listen to the record player? Where is the record player valid for me right now? Where is the record player not valid and is actually holding me back? What I find is if I really go into what I'm perceiving, and there's different techniques. It's not going to be the same for everybody, especially depending on where you're at. But if I really go in and notice what my thoughts or my perceptions are about a situation, about my life, about what I'm doing or what I'm not doing, I actually find that those boundaries, those limitations and thoughts, as I go deeper and deeper and I ask more and more probing questions and get down to the source of why I'm perceiving something the way I am, or feeling, or having the feelings that I am having towards it, I realize that it's smoke and mirrors. It's absolutely smoke and mirrors, which is also what I mentioned. I'm going to check out your comments, ladies, because I see some great comments. The mind will create a whole world of perception that is based on something very different than your unlimited natural self. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But just know that and be willing to answer the call. I have a feeling right now, I'm getting a feeling that somebody has received definite call from within, but they've been afraid to move forward with it. And that's okay. But notice that your fear of it, or the belief that you can't do it for A, B, C, and D, can shift. It doesn't need to stop you from moving forward and exploring and shifting and opening yourself up to this more. Do those things. Take some action step for you forward in that direction, to get your energy moving in that direction. This is another really big subject, because that's one of the areas that I find is a challenge, is understanding we are actually the ones that create the momentum. Nothing outside of us is going to swoop us up and carry us the whole way. Spirit will carry you, but you have to be the one who sets the tone, who starts it. Because Spirit isn't going to interject. They're not going to say, you need to do this, and I'm going to make you do it, and going to make your life totally flipped upside down. That's a whole different concept that people. It's a sense of, it's a belief that we are not the ones who have the ability to drive our lives, and we in fact are the ones. We came here to realize how much influence we have on our own life and our experiences in this world. But it's got to come from us first, taking steps. And that's all I've ever done to get here, where I never thought I would be in this place, being an entrepreneur, serving people with my full passion, my gifts, which I never even, my natural abilities. I never ever would have imagined that, because I wasn't able to feel that it was possible from up here. It had to come from me taking steps, to keep searching for where is my heart leading me. And you won't always know, but taking the steps will keep you flowing and moving. Okay? So then you're not stuck. You're moving. Okay. I hope that stuff makes sense and speaks to you. I am facing the fear thing. Actually, art helps me to do that too. Yes, Shannon. Yes. I have recently, I could speak to that too. I love it. I love that, Shannon. Art helps us channel our emotions, our fears, our desires, our joys, our inspirations. It's hugely transformative. And I am deeply exploring that myself. It's one fantastic way. Another way is music. Another way is writing, journaling, even writing fiction stories. We don't realize we've got stuff within us, and if we just write it in a fiction, if we're just making stuff up and write it out, we end up actually creating and moving stuff that needed to be expressed. But writing in fiction takes a lot of the pressure off of it having to be, and it's not writing for anybody, but writing for yourself. So many, dancing, singing, there's so many different modalities that we could be doing instead of watching TV that are going to help us move forward, that are going to help us feel better and open us up to more inspiration from within. Okay, and I love TV. I watch Netflix. That's my TV. But I also have to be very cognizant that what I'm inputting is affecting me on a subconscious level. And I make priorities every day so that I know that I'm balanced with my time, and I'm being very careful to not get stuck in a TV thing. It's like a wormhole. It's like you could go in and never come out. Okay, Rachel, I'm hoping to offer more healing arts in the form of art therapy. Yes! People need that. Oh my God, that's just what we were talking about. Okay, with Shannon. Okay, need to develop a practice like you described to get and stay motivated. There's the 6-week program. And I'm not on here to sell, but I have the information. I have it. I've got to say it. It's an opportunity. And there's a 6-week program on which I think you know about. And it's on my website. I've really gotten specific. Talk about getting guidance from within. I've gotten huge guidance within to let more people know about it. There's lots of different techniques that are introduced. You do it on your own time for as long as you want. Nobody tells you what you have to do. It's a guide to help you to figure out what kind of practice works for you. What are you getting results from, and what are you not? And you get to pick and choose. And it's 6 weeks of 6 emails, one every week, and builds on top of the other to help you shift. Lots of different techniques in there. Let's see here. And it helps you to get motivated. Yes, absolutely. And you will be able to take it forward since you have so much background in art. You will, I think for you, Rachel, you just need to shift some of that energy from your mind as well, and move it back into your heart, and not be afraid of needing to do it any certain way, or having to have some rigidity around it. Tell me if that makes sense, or if it doesn't, if we need clarification or have questions. Kat, you may get synchronicities, ideas, but you do have to take action. Absolutely. Right. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. The action is one of those huge things. So, hi, Sherry. So I'm seeing some other people. Hi, Lena. I hope you're still here. Facebook only tells me that I never really know for sure. Everybody comes and goes, so I never really know who's here. Every once in a while, it'll tell me if somebody came on, but I don't know who stays unless you say hi. So getting back to, oh, good. Oh, good, Rachel. Yes, good. There can be, let's do this. Do you tell me if you guys are interested in doing a little bit of a centering, hearing, it's not necessarily meditation, but just centering of the energy. Tell me if you want to do that exercise, if it's something you're interested in. We've still got, 20 minutes that I'm here to answer questions and talk about this, but let me know if that's something you'd like or not. The questions that came up today to talk about were about how do I know if I'm feeling a call from within? And one of the things that I mentioned was, okay, I got a yes from Rachel on the energy work. Anybody else? Let me know. And to really know what our passion is, was the other question, is how do I know what I'm feeling drawn to? If you allow yourself to entertain ideas outside of your mind, outside of what you think you can or cannot do, and use things such as art, journaling. Oh, Patrick Paul says yes too. Okay. Art and journaling, you can brainstorm, you can draw, you can think, you can make a brainstorm about what are the things that bring me joy, true joy from within. Where do I feel the most free? What do I love about myself? What do I love? And these are just some questions to give you some ideas of things that might spark something for you. What do I love about the world? What do I love to do here? How do I love to work with people? And set it, and as you get more clarity on what brings you joy and what makes you feel alive, then that'll start getting you in that energy of the space where then you start to notice, oh, things will come up from within, and they might show themselves in different ways and they can show up by someone saying something, and you go, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that, because you know that resonated with you, for you, a message for you. And then it takes that first step to start opening yourself up, shifting yourself, getting inspired by things that feel good for you, and then paying attention to that space. And we're getting into the space of noticing when you're feeling drained, noticing when something is draining you. Pay attention to that and do what you need to do to not get sucked, not get sucked in that direction for a lot of time, so that you are starting to become more aware of it earlier. And you can shift. You can notice what it is that is draining you, so that you stay in that open space, that inspired space from within, because that's the space you're going to want to be in as much as possible, where you're feeling good. And only you can start to discover what the activities are that will put you in that space. Reaching out for support from someone who helps with that. Taking the leap to do some, to do what your guidance from within is guiding you to do, like go outside more, those things. Okay, we're going to do a centering. I hope that's helpful. What makes me feel joy, feel alive, is to share with others. Kat says, I started a ukulele group to share the love of playing and music and the fun and camaraderie. Absolutely. I love that. Absolutely. That's why I'm doing these videos, because I love the camaraderie. I love the sharing. I love the engaging. It's really, really seriously not to hear myself talk. I get tired of my own voice. I really do. I want to hear what other people are experiencing. So fabulous. Thank you for bringing your light. I want to tell everybody, whether you're listening to this live or whether you're listening to it as a recording, as a replay. If you do listen to this as a replay, we're going to do an energy here at the last few minutes, a centering. If you do listen to the replay, send me a comment and type replay so I know you are watching. And I'd love to just see your face that you were watching and know that your presence was here, and let me know how this resonated. If it did, if it didn't, what questions you have. So I just invite everybody who is here to take some nice breaths. If you can, in this quiet space, if you can't, come back to this video and listen to it. We're 47 minutes in, and listen to it when you do have a quiet moment. In your breath, allow all of your feelings to slow down, to allow all of your emotions and your thoughts to simply begin to slow down, as if it's a waterfall that is becoming slowly frozen, freezing your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, your concerns, your worries, freezing any pain that you might be experiencing, any discomfort, and breathing into this beautiful column of light that's in the very center of your whole body. Allow yourself to focus on this column of light in the center of your body. As you breathe and you notice this column of light, and it might just be a sense, it might be something you can imagine, might be even something that you can hear. Allow your breath up and down this beautiful column of light in the center of your body. Allow it to be rejuvenated with every breath, fresh, clear, clean. And allow it to activate every cell within your body and activate all of the electrical signals that are within your heart space. Just breathe and follow my words and notice. With every breath, allow yourself to be calm and loving. Feel the love that is surrounding you, that is within you and that is uplifting you. Keep breathing and allowing light to lift any heaviness out from your body or your mind. Good. Feel this beautiful golden white crystalline light lifting every particle in your body, lifting higher, faster, brighter, lighter. Feel the divine love, the divine touch from within the center of your heart. And feel all of your energy focused in the center of your heart, expanding and receiving divine love. Allow yourself to drop any concerns. Allow yourself to be vulnerable to the light of your divine truth. 100% pure divine love, 100% pure divine truth for your very highest good in all ways. You are safe to feel this love, this light, and allow it to penetrate and expand your heart even more. Relax and allow with your breath everything that you are ready to let go of to simply be released. Allow those situations that have been on your heart concerning you and your loved ones, concerning your life, your finances, your work. Allow all of these concerns to be taken into the light for you as you let it go and surrender it and open your heart to love and opportunity and truth. Breathing in a few more breaths. Lifting, expanding, and releasing. Allowing love to be felt through every impulse of your body, your mind, and your heart. Just noticing how you can use the breath to move out tension and concern to the light, and to breathe in more support, trust, faith, and harmony. Feel it activating in the different areas of your body. Trust, faith, and harmony. Peace and truth. Taking another nice breath and expanding your heart outward, seeing that light from your heart spread to the world, to fill the space around you. Beautiful. And begin to feel heavy in your legs, in your feet, and in your sit bones, coming back into your body fully, being fully present, slowly, carefully, easily, coming fully into your body. And when you're ready, taking some easy breaths and slowly, slowly opening your eyes. Offering gratitude from your heart for this divine light and for everything that you are. Offer gratitude to all that you have in your life and to everyone that loves you. Good. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this Power Hour Wednesday. It was lovely to end with a centering and a releasing. It was certainly a cleansing that needed to come out. And let me know if you have anything you'd like to share after that meditation. You can send it in a private message to me, or you can write it in the comments for what was your experience. Thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you so much, Kat, Debbie, Patrick, Paul, Sherry, Shannon, Lena, Rhonda, Rachel, John, Charlie. Thank you, everybody, for your comments and for your light. I'll see you here next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much. Keep shining your light and following that guidance within your heart. Everybody needs you. Everybody needs you to be fully you. Have a beautiful day.